Hello. The career I chose to do a report on was a clinical psychologist. I chose it because I've been drawn to the career for quite some time, and I've been considering um, pursuing the career after I complete my uh, bachelor's and master's degree. Well, first, I was fortunate enough to know a psychologist that worked with a wide range of ages, from young school children in elementary school to adults that are in their 90s. And her name is Dr. Marilyn Harris, sorry, and she works for Viewpoint Health in Rockdale County, and she works with cases involving anxiety, general worries, um, children cutting themselves, suicidal children, sexually abused high schoolers, um, people involved in drugs and alcohol, and there have even been cases that she's dealt with where it involves psychosis. She's received her PhD and her licensure in psychology. She was a social worker at a residential juvenile center for 2 years, and prior to that, she completed her master's in clinical psychology. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to shadow her at her job. I didn't get permission for that, but her interview did allow me to confirm a lot of the information that I found in scholarly articles and the websites. So, a typical day for a clinical psychologist can vary from the job settings that and can include group psychotherapy, individual sessions, interdisciplinary meetings, consultations with providers, interpreting different assessments, documentation, chart review, um, working with the client to plan out their treatments, and, as Dr. Harris stated, lots of paperwork, which in her case, what's most time consuming was client intake or the client's history. The different settings also depend, varying on the specialization that you decide to take. For example, you can work in your own private office, work in schools, work in hospitals, or even consult with legal teams. Education for a clinical psychologist can lead you down different paths. However, a bachelor's degree in psychology and then a master's degree in clinical psychology and a PhD in psychology and a PsyD that focuses on clinical work is a very common path. And then certification and licensure, of course, varies from state to state, and some jobs may require you to be certified in a particular subsection. Um, Plus, after you receive your job, you might want to strive to maintain competence in different aspects, and so you can assist workshops or attend courses that help you effectively help your client, or and for them not for you eventually not to cause harm for them to them. Also, the salaries of a clinical psychologist can vary. You need your doctoral degree, but if you can do therapy at a master's degree, your salary will be in around the 50s. But with a doctoral degree, you can get it up to like the 50s and 70,000 range. However, there have been cases where the ranges up to the 80,000 and 90,000. The field overall has been steadily growing, and the demand is expected to rise about 20% before the year 2024. And the potential benefits of pursuing a career in clinical psychology can range from an individual level to a community level. And by individual level, I mean, I'll use Dr. Harris as an example. She was very timid, very shy person, not very communicative, and pursuing a career in this field allowed her to open up and grow individually, but also it helped her with her family because she has two children. The situations that she was viewing in the schools and how the children were reacting in the schools allowed her to incorporate what she learned and the experiences that she had to her own children if ever a situation similar to those that she was experiencing in at work were to arise with her children. The community benefits, by those I mean, of course, the people that are in the community that are seeking your help will be receiving the help that they need to get through their crisis and that they can overcome their own problems. I think pursuing a career in this field has been, well, will be something that I want to continue pursuing because I find that there's a need in the community that's around me. I want to help, and I think being there on a personal level with them will provide most impact and more help than any other person or any other field can do. The test results that I got from the personality tests and the career compatibility tests indicated that this would be a good field for my personality. And even though I am a little shy myself, I find courage sometimes speaking with other people, especially if it's an individual level. And I think this will allow me to do that. So overall, I liked having to do this project. It allowed me to learn more about it, even if it's kind of brushed over in this video. But I'm very grateful that I get the chance to do this. So, thank you.